We have reached the final episode of our story. Where we last left off, Shade had managed to kill Nosferatu, but now they had discovered the true murderer was Tana this whole time. And the final animatronic from Dragon Arcade, the dragon itself, had now revealed themselves. It was time for the final confrontation. And Shade simply said this in response to all that was going on. I should have figured it was you. No one can truly be that nice and innocent and not know what's going on. It was suspicious how you always seemed to be around when the crimes and murders happened. It was obvious it was you. How so? Well, simple. For one, during the first killing, you claimed to be right there when it happened. But yet, there seemed to be almost no sign that anyone else was in the room besides from you and the victim. Then, my tracks kind of got thrown off a bit when the animatronics appeared. When the animatronics came to play, it was very interesting. But then I realized not a single one of the animatronics used wheels or wasn't on the ground. They all had some sort of legs. So then it became clear that it was someone else behind this. When all the imps started to show up, I figured perhaps they were behind the killings. But no, they were simply a greater force of what was going on behind Operation X. And then when I saw the vampire bites and the next victims, I thought it could be something else. But then I learned it was Nosferatu. But now it's all clear. You're behind all of this. Except for Nosferatu, more than likely. Am I right? Clever. Well, of course. After all, I am the descendant of Sherlock Holmes. Ruby and Tanya were shocked at the fact that Shade knew it was Tana the whole time who was doing the killing. But there was no time to think, as the final battle was about to begin. The dragon revealed its sharp claws scratching on the ground as Tana revealed her knife. And they thought it was a 2-against-1 against Shade. But they forgot that Shade had already gained weapons across his mystery solving on this island. He already had the chainsaw and the shotgun was just freshly loaded. And he fired the first shot. He hit the dragon right in the red, exposed, glowing eye as motor oil came out of it quickly. From there, he shoved the chainsaw into the chest of the animatronic, giving him enough time to see the exact power core that was powering the animatronic, which he was able to shoot with the last bullet in the shotgun. He quickly began to reload the 2 more bullets in, when all of a sudden he felt a stabbing into his knee. Duh! Tana had gotten a good hit on him, but luckily he quickly hit her across the face and got the knife out, throwing it to his side. The fight would last for hours upon hours, but eventually it was over. Tana was revealed to everyone in the school and tied up as they prepared to leave, as their trip had almost ended. But that's when they see a boat coming to the island, as they felt like something had washed off the island in a way. But they saw the boats and they looked way more advanced than the boats of 2023. And that's when the paramedics on the boat reveal what happened. Oh, you're all here. This might become shocking to you, but you've been on this island for decades. A time warp came over the island, and we've been trying to burst through it for decades. And now we've gotten you all out, as the time loop seems to have washed off the island. The problem is, now you're in the year 2070. All the students were in shock, but Shade kept his composure. That box on the boat, it says it's from Neo Japan. Care to explain? Neo Japan is a city built using the most advanced technology right in the center of Tokyo. It's so advanced it classifies as its own city as it goes up into the sky from the center of Tokyo. So kind of like an island floating above the city. Yes? Great. You will take me there. You'll get the rest of them off the island. There's more to be had here. As clearly the mysteries of Operation X have been solved, I get the feeling that there might be a little bit more to this story than anyone might think, as surely there's something off about New Japan. Well, Yeah, a lot of people have been going missing over the past 2 years. Excellent. Everyone, pack your bags. I'll pack mine. You all go see your families, or at least whatever state they're in now after decades. I have a mystery to solve. I might be 17, but I can handle myself. One of the teachers tried to stop him, but Shade quickly avoids the teacher stopping him, grabs his chainsaw or shotgun in his bag, which he somehow already had, and stole one of the boats and headed off to Neo Japan, using the GPS on the boat. As everyone returned home, Tanya would eventually move into Neo City, having a bit of a cough as a result of what happened on the island. Ruby would choose to go back to her home and hope that Shade would be there, and it just so happened her family had moved off to Neo City as well. So her and Tanya went off together to go find their families. Shade, meanwhile, had some mysteries to solve. And that, ladies and gentlemen, brings us to the end of our story of Operation X.